Never, never, never die. 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 Never die.
Fuck you.
1:58 p.m. And you might be wondering, why is this podcast coming out a little bit later than normal? Normally it's in the morning, all that good stuff. But the thing is I have a special guest today, and I am happy. I'm amazed that he reached out to me and he wanted to talk. And I'm like, and this is Jon. And all right, Jon Andersen here is someone from the Bay Area. I'm from the Bay Area. And let me tell you right now, APW, strongman, bodybuilding, luchador. All right, this man, New Japan Wrestling. This man has done it all. I actually met you one time before this, and this was, man, I want to say almost 7 years ago. I met you at the Fit Expo in San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah, that just one time.
I got to tell you, bro, I meet so many fucking people at those expos. It's knowing where I was, what expo it is very helpful in trying to get into that memory bank.
I tell you, I always go to the Fit Expos. I just, bodybuilding is something that I've always been into, something that I've loved, and that stems all the way to Arnold, watching Conan the Barbarian growing up. Your physique, you have the biggest traps in the game. It's the first thing that drew me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got traps bigger than you. I ain't never seen that. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got an incredible physique and just completely athletic. And, like I said, it's just so hard to start at a point, but being from the Bay Area, I want to talk about APW. When you were with APW, was it still in Hayward or did it already transfer over to Daly City?
All right, so check this out. That was a very, very interesting part of my career because I was hot off my international strongman career. So, I mean, I was, that was traveling all over Europe. These were the days when strongman was, I was before it got broken into pieces, so it was a hot time. And there was, if you remember, that was the .com boom. So there was money everywhere. There were companies starting up. Like I had an energy drink. It's called Havoc energy drink.
I remember that.
And I mean, all I had to do is wear a t-shirt and they paid me $3,000 a month. It was unbelievable, but that was kind of that time in strongman where you actually got appearance money, where just for showing up, you get money. I paid for all your way. Anyway, so I was, my strongman career was killer. I mean, strength is my true love. So, I mean, I was loving every minute of that, but I was on the smaller side, even though it was 315, 320, you get used up a little faster when you, so I was basically needing to have a back surgery. And so I figured, well, I'm going to get this back surgery. And they pretty much told me, they said, look, you got 2 ruptured discs. I've been competing on one of them for years. You got 2, one's real bad. One is okay. You got 2 bulged discs above. I said, we're going to fix you, but you go back to doing that and you're going to be back on this table in 12 months. I'm like, well, fuck. I guess I better, if I want to keep making money as an athlete, I better switch what I'm doing. Well, my agent at the time, Pro Talent out of Chicago, my agent, Chris Fana, said, hey, if you want to make money, you want me to keep representing, we got to put you in a place where we can make some money. So where the hell is that going to be? He said, pro wrestling. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, I watched pro wrestling as a kid because I like the big jack motherfuckers. I like seeing fucking, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior flexing. That's what I was watching. I wasn't paying attention to what they were doing in there. And so I didn't know shit about wrestling. So he basically says, look, there's a wrestling school not too far from where you live. And it was in Hayward, to answer your question. And so I basically showed up there. And they never seen anybody like me walk through the door. They're used to seeing the young guy anyway. I said, look, I'm not doing your classes. I said, I want someone to privately train me and I want to be ready fast because I don't plan on spending a lot of time working in high school gyms. And they all laughed at me, because you don't just show up in wrestling. Only because the way I looked, I got a shot. I was a shitty wrestler. I'll be totally honest with you. I understood.
I watched a lot of your matches.
My movesets were thin because I wasn't supposed to do much as a big guy, but I had very little experience. So my first day in the ring, mark that day. Okay. Let's run the timer forward. From the first day I actually got in the ring to the first day I got in the ring as a paid contract in Japan was only 9 months.
Man, talk about rocket ship right there.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, an agent that greased the wheel. He basically sent out a resume that said I knew what I was doing when I didn't. They figured out real quick that I couldn't wrestle worth a shit, but the way I looked, they couldn't send me home, you know? So anyway, that was kind of the start to my wrestling career, you know? And then, so I was down, my first company I worked for was IGF, which was the spinoff company from Inoki. And then from there, I got an opportunity to actually wrestle in CMLL down in Mexico, which was, for me, I needed that because I was working 4 nights a week. You know, you need that ring time. And so I started getting that ring time, and it all started making sense to me real quick, even though it's a very, very, you know, loose style and the Mexicans make lots of mistakes, but it's still, you learn how to clean shit up real quick in there, you know? And so then I got an opportunity to one of the New Japan agents was there and saw me and like, we got to get this guy over to Japan. Well, I'd already been there. And so they knew that I understood the culture a little bit. So boom, next thing you know, I'm working for New Japan. I was like, holy shit. So that's the story, you know, but it was, that's been kind of my whole career. So the 3 sports that I've done, first strongman, I stayed off the radar. You know, I was kind of, to be honest, when I was younger, I was strong, but I was a fat little boy. So I kind of was scared of my own shadow for a long time. And, you know, I was, 25 years old, just fucking cock strong, you know, I mean, like crazy strong, but I'm still fucking shaking off the fat little boy stuff, you know? So I didn't have the confidence to match the physicality. So then when I basically finally had the fucking nuts to go to strongman and try, I won my first contest. I met Willie Wessels, who's, big name in strongman in the amateur world. He's like, dude, you got to go to nationals. So I showed up the next one opportunity to win my pro card, won my pro card in strongman at my second contest, went to a pro qualifier in Las Vegas, qualified for nationals, went to nationals. I think I placed 7th or 8th, my first. So my first pro strongman nationals was my 4th contest. And this is back when this was Phil Pfister, Steve Kerr, all the fucking,
the big names coming out.
Fuck, everybody was there. We were all under one umbrella at that point. And so my 5th contest, they basically kind of had an A team and a B team. So the A team, the top 5 went to World's Strongest Man. And then 6 through 9 or 10 or whatever it was, we went to a different contest. So I was kind of on the international B team, if you will. But fuck, for my 5th contest, I was a happy motherfucker, dude. So basically then I at that point you get a taste of international. So basically I did that. Then I went to my next international contest that year because that was actually an island series. So we competed a bunch of times out there, but I came home, got invited to one of Hugo Girard's contests it was North America's Strongest Man 2002, I want to say. Yeah. Won my first fucking international contest, and I was on the map. Damn. I mean, you don't get a lot of fucking guys. I mean, if you look back, there's not a lot of guys that actually win international contests. It's usually a handful of fucking guys that are winning them all. Yep. So if you can grab a fucking win here and there, and keep in mind, that was my only fucking international win. So I'm not sitting here making look like I fucking was lining that shit up for the next 6 years. I was kicking and scratching. I was always placing well. There's a fucking big difference between 3rd and fucking 1st.
Hey, it is a huge difference. But I'll tell you right now, you just get to the stage.
Oh fuck, So anyways, that was the fucking. I mean, my strongman career was just like I came from nowhere. Boom. Had a great career, and then, like I said, you kind of was beat up. I'd been competing on a ruptured disc for most of my career. Had that fucking back surgery, and did the same thing in wrestling. Fucking basically first time in the ring to fucking paid contract, 9 months. Had a great fucking career with New Japan, CMLL. Shit, I did that for like another 7 years. Got released because basically they just they just don't bring you back is what it comes down to. Unfortunately, you wish that you'd have those choices, but those choices are not yours. And so that was it. I could kind of tell, you know. And so basically I came home. I thought, well, fuck, man, if I'm not going to be fucking contracted, I'm not sitting around fucking waiting. So I've never bodybuilded. I'm fucking 42 years old at this point. So I'm thinking to myself, fuck, it's not like I'm fucking doing anything in strength at 42, you know? So again, did my first contest. I got basically the end of 13 was December 13 was my last New Japan tour.
Yeah.
I competed in my first bodybuilding contest in March 14, and then won my pro card in 14 also in fucking July. So I went from my first bodybuilding contest to having my pro card in a fucking 6-month period as well. So
man, you know what I'm saying? That's just insane because it's so rapidly fast. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, and the funny thing is I didn't realize until I was on Dave Palumbo's podcast, and he's like, I just want you to know that the bodybuilding community, a lot of people are very impressed by what you did. And there's a whole lot of us, and he was kind of joking, but probably a little serious at the same time, saying a lot of us are really pissed off that most of us worked for a decade to get our pro cards and never got them. And you came in here, got on your second contest.
Yeah.
And so then basically I went and did my pro debut, my third ever bodybuilding contest, and placed fucking 5th, just placing. You know, because you only really place the podium's only top 5.
Yeah.
You know? And so, fuck, man, to podium my third ever bodybuilding. Yeah, we're talking fucking Cedric McMillan was at the show. I mean, he won the fucking show. These are the big boys in there.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean,
Giants.
But the thing about all of these fucking careers, the best part about it, there was enough of me that didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand the type of pressure I should have been under.
You know, it's just completely oblivious to it because it's like, walking in like it's an everyday thing. You know?
Oh, dude. It's just a little fucking ignorance to it goes a long fucking way as long as you got the balls to fucking keep your foot on the throttle.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? It'll take you far, especially with that kind of confidence.
Yeah. So that's kind of a snapshot, brother. So that was, and now, you know, I'm still a pro in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Although I will say I've competed in nothing but the open. I'm 49. And I definitely, after that Corona with, you know, the landscape of bodybuilding changed so much because now
all the young bucks are coming up.
And there hasn't even been a show yet this year.
No.
Fuck. Normally by now there's a multitude of shows. You got all these fucking studs out there fucking trying to get qualified for Olympia. And I'm looking at these lineups going, fuck, man, the guys that I was beating are not even showing up.
Yeah. Man, me tell you right now, it's crazy because like with bodybuilding right now, it's either Florida or basically everything's in Florida. I've heard of a couple of small nationals. There's nothing that you would even be considered for your level that are going to just have these small shows that are popping up here and there. But the thing is like with the Chicago Pro coming up, the Nick.
Dude.
Yeah, these guys are coming in insane. But the thing is they have to come with their best because all the major players are actually hitting these shows because they're so condensed. So it's making
that's my fucking point. So I didn't compete at all in 2020 because of Corona. Because I was actually preparing for the Cal Pro, and it kept fucking getting moved out.
Yeah, I think it got moved over to Florida.
Well, yeah, but they made it by the time I think they went to Vegas, but it happened like September.
Yeah.
So it kept getting moved out. Well, you know, as bodybuilding, most people don't really understand, but bodybuilding that last fucking month is not healthy.
Yeah, it is not.
Especially at my age, man. You know, you're running fucking hot as a motherfucker. Yeah. You get done and you got to cool off. Well, you're running hot, and then you're told, the contest got moved out a month, so you got to keep running hot for another month. I'm like, I'm fucking 49 years old. I don't know that I can fucking do that too many times. So I thought, I'm just going to cool it off for the year.
Yeah.
Wait till a show stabilizes in dates, which it has this year.
Yeah.
But now as this year develops, kind of our point a minute ago, oh, fuck. So I think for the first time in my bodybuilding career, I may compete as a master just to warm back up to go back into the open. Because fuck.
Smart move. That's a smart move.
Because here's the thing. I told myself when I can't compete in the open, then I'll go to masters.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, man, right now with me not competing for a year and all these fucking people jamming into the shows, I'm going to play my cards a little fucking smarter here. So
best way to do it.
So I'm going to probably compete at the tail end of the year.
Okay.
There's shows in Reno last year. It'll be in the Reno this year again. It's got a full lineup. Pro? Yeah, there's actually shit. I can't remember. I think they call it Legions now, or maybe it's a different one than Tahoe.
Oh yeah. It is Legions now.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the change up on their website.
Yeah, I was actually, when 2020 started before Corona hit, what I was going to do was go Cal Pro, Chicago Pro, and then to Legions.
Yeah.
And I would have competed as a master in the Legions, but I would have done 2 opens prior that year.
Yeah.
So, but I was just going to do it so close to home, you know?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so the bodybuilding world is, I mean, the landscape has changed a lot with Corona for sure.
Big time.
You know, so. Yeah. So ultimately, when it comes down to it, you know, the one thing I love about your show, brother, is you're just fucking straight to the fucking point. Don't fucking serve me that bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, let's fucking get the job done.
Yeah.
And if you think about that little timeline, that 22-year period I just explained in my life, it's been not filled with lots of excuses for me to navigate that landscape. That was a fucking perfect.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing though too. When gifts are like that are placed upon you, you got to run with it, and that's exactly what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times people don't take opportunities or are willing to step into an opportunity to create greatness. And so that's one of the things about my podcast is recognizing opportunity, making sure you're not scared, and understanding that you got this. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of the biggest things I try to stress the most to people with my podcast, because just like you do, you know, on Instagram, every day you do a motivational speech. You tell people, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. What the fuck are you doing? Get off your fucking ass, handle your shit, get shit done. And that's exactly, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, I've always been drawn to you, because that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Fairfield, and, you know, I'm not too far from your gym, but the thing is, it's just so motivating when you can actually kick someone in the fucking, because a lot of times people just need a direction and a fucking boot in the fucking ass to get shit started. And that's what, you know, that's what I like about you so much, you know?
Well, brother, I'll tell you, it's the thing about it is once you actually have the fucking balls to fucking put excuses away in a very short period of, give it a fucking week. Yeah. This whole new world opens up and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I was doing before, but I'm not doing that again. I'll tell you that much. I mean, life is a whole different fucking thing. It's a whole different experience. It's truly a different life. Like not even the same fucking person. When you get rid of excuses, when you basically decide that you're going to do and not talk. And here's the thing. Anybody's fucking capable of it. I mean, fuck. I mean, you know, a lot of people look at me, especially like when I coach people, people that are overweight or whatnot, I relate to that. I spent a huge chunk of my fucking life being scared of my own shadow. My self-esteem was so fucking low. I was looking for the answers in the bottom of the fucking cookie jar. Yep. And then somewhere along the fucking lines, I don't know what happened. I fucking fell off the fucking couch trying to reach for another cookie, knocked my head just right. And I discovered hard work, and I realized, holy shit, I can fucking go work hard at something, and I'm going to feel like I took a step forward. And that was just the front end of it. Then you start to realize that fucking the world is your fucking playground, because simple fucking fact, because it's filled with a whole lot of fucking people that run around and say, I can't. That's uncomfortable. That's awkward. I'll say, you know what? You just stay over there and be awkward and uncomfortable, so I can stay over here and have every fucking thing I want. Because it's not just training. It's not just training. It's fucking life. It's whatever your interests are. Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck. If you want to fucking make a lot of money, stop fucking making excuses. Yep. You want a fucking big biceps? Shut your fucking mouth and start doing curls. All day. You know, you want to lose your fucking belly? You know, do what you got to do. But the bottom line is complaining and talking about tomorrow ain't gonna fucking help.
At fucking all. You know, it's just like, it's one of those things like, you know, I went through divorce and it shattered me. And then one day I was just having a conversation with my mom, and she's like, what do you want to do with your life? And a lot of times people don't have that answer. But the thing is I had a direction, and my mom pointed me in that direction. And my mom is just like me. She's straight to the point. She don't give a fuck about my feelings. She don't give a fuck what's going on. Straighten your shit out. And that's where I've gotten this attitude. And when she asked me that, I literally had one thing. I always wanted to go to the gym. And after that point, things started opening up for me where I'm like, all right, I got hooked up on a gym membership. I got hooked up with 24-hour fitness, and I started going and I started training. And I was getting in shape, feeling good, looking good. And I thought I was a monster in the gym. And then a couple of my friends were like, hey, we know these people, we'll hook you up. They hooked me up with these guys. And I thought I used to train, but these guys put me on the next level. And it got me to my biggest point in my life. But what ended up happening is they put a work ethic that I didn't know existed in me. And
Yes.
once that opened up, I was just like, it's to everything in the world. Once you start putting your life together, everything will come together. You know what I'm saying? Once you figure out what you want to do, once you got a hobby, once you got something you can put 100% into, it translates into everything in the world that you want to accomplish. You know?
Oh, brother, I totally agree with that. That's fucking, I mean, my biggest fucking gift is that I knew exactly what I fucking wanted. The first time I saw a fucking big yoke dude, I was just, something inside me moved. And it was like, whoa, I was never the same after that. And I remember, because in those days, you didn't see many big women. I remember seeing all these fucking big guys and just being so enamored. Yeah. I was like, God damn it. Do I only like men? I was like worried if I was like starting to question my own manhood, But I mean, the bottom line is, it was such a strong feeling. It was similar to the feeling that I had like with my first little puppy love. It was like I was moved. I couldn't stop thinking about the girl. Well, all of a sudden now I can't stop thinking about, these fucking big dudes. And I was just so enamored. And that literally, the two biggest blessings I had was I knew what I wanted, and I didn't have shit to start because I had to fucking learn to work hard.
Yeah.
And I knew what I wanted, just like what you talked about. And then I had to learn to fucking work hard. And once I fucking put that second piece into play, it's like I've never fucking looked back.
Yep.
And because it's addicting.
It is so addicting.
I get up every day and I'm like, what am I going to fucking conquer today? What am I going to actually, I'll be totally honest. I have it written down the night before. When I wake up, everything's already pre-planned. But I don't just fucking wake up into a day of, what am I going to do? No. My mind has already decided on what I'm going to conquer the fucking next day. And it's addicting, whether it be you're going to fucking earn something with your job or your business, or you're going to attempt some new lift, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Every fucking day is this amazing opportunity to step forward.
It is.
And on a day that I don't step forward, I'm fucking mad as hell.
Let me tell you that's exactly is like in my, one thing I always speak about is success is addicting. Being successful is extremely addicting.
Oh, and brother.
Yeah. When you accomplish those goals, when you reach those things, that's what takes you to new height, because it's always what's next? What can I do next? And small successes equal to a larger success. And it's just, once you get the ball rolling, it's nonstop. And it's something that I've implemented in my life, and it's my life goal to push that out to people, is to teach the understanding, this thought process, just how you exude this energy and put out these vibes in the world to fucking wake the fuck up and handle fucking business. It's exactly, it's just like I said, it's just so, I can't think of the word for it, but it's exactly what I want to do. And I love watching you do it and seeing you do it. So like I said, it's just, we had you come on, reach out to me. And it was just like the highlight, what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, I'm actually going to be talking to somebody who motivates me, and I'm trying to be the motivator, but it's hard to be motivating because yours is just so much more. And it's
brother, let me tell you one thing that I fucking learned along all of my different fucking journeys is that when you're fucking busting your ass and you're fucking getting it done, the people that are further down the path that you're on, they notice. And there's nothing more than I want to do is fucking inspire somebody who's on the right fucking path. I want to help you get down that pit as deep as you can go, baby. So it's when it comes down to it, I mean, if people in general fucking get moving, get fucking working, because you're going to get positive support. You will. It's just, you've got to actually do it long enough for people to realize it's not a fucking another one's flash in the pans. Okay, he worked hard today and not tomorrow.
Exactly. It's not just a fad. It's just not in this moment. This is something that I grind out.
So, brother, I'm telling you, I fucking any opportunity I get to fucking bring somebody else that's on the path or similar path I'm fucking all over, because I don't forget, people did that for me. Yeah. You know, there were people that fucking gave me a little swat of the butt, say, hey, you're on the right track, keep going. And a lot of times you don't know it, but then you have one of these people that gives you that little pearl of inspiration, and it just helps you go that much further. And when it comes down to it, this whole thought process we're talking about right now, if this became worldwide, we would have a lot less problems in our planet. True.
So true.
You know?
Yeah, it's just it's like, it's so hard to get people out of this mindset of depression and out of anxiety and out of fear of being successful, because that's one of the things that I've always noticed the most. Like before the whole pandemic and before all this stuff started, I used to help a lot of my friends, and that's how it started. I'd train one friend, and then another friend would come, and the one thing I would always do is I'd show up to the gym, you show up to the gym, and I'll teach you what I know. And by teaching you what I know, you're going to become more successful. And it's crazy, because I've seen all these people that are training me, and it's about 7 guys, and all their lives have bloomed to this better thing. And it's just so amazing to watch that, just that small influence of work ethic place in that scene.
100%. Because when it comes down to it, here's the thing. If all I was good at one or two things, I wouldn't have shit. But I'm fucking good at working hard. So I don't give a fuck. I'll take what I'm good at, which is working hard, and I'll fucking apply it to anything. And I'll fucking bleed. I'll sweat. I'll fucking do what I got to do to get where I want to go, because that's the mentality. When you can look across from you and know that you can outwork the people in front of you, you're going to get what you want. Yep. And then when you feel that you're fucking getting it done, it's just that it's like a shark smelling the blood in the water. You just keep going.
That's it.
But the bottom line is this. I mean, let's just be total. I'll be totally fucking. I can't say that I'm a fucking. I wasn't born with a lot of talent. I wasn't an expert in anything. What I'm an expert in is fucking working hard. What I'm an expert in is fucking making sacrifices. And the biggest thing that I'm an expert in is this: being comfortable in very uncomfortable situations. Because when everybody else is shitting their pants and you're fucking buckled down and you're fucking busting your ass because that's what's going to get you where you want to go, you got it fucking made. Because in pressured situations, when people fall apart and you're still buckled down, you are going to get what you want. It's just that simple.
It is.
I hate to take a shot at mankind, but God damn it, there's a whole lot of fucking, weak-minded, weak backbone people out there who don't give themselves the opportunity to be great, because they won't actually fucking step outside there. That first step is what stops them. Don Shula, one of the best NFL coaches, he's the most winning NFL coach ever. One of his famous quotes is the step that stops people the most is the first one.
Yep.
Well, fuck, it's not the 15th step where you're getting caught up. Have the fucking, so my remedy to that is stand up. Because usually when you're thinking about taking the first step, you're sitting on your fucking ass. So stand up. It's a lot easier to take a step when you're standing.
It is a lot easier to take that step. It's a lot easier to get your ass moving and getting in gear, because it's getting the momentum to reach those goals and to reach those steps. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, it's hard to sit down. And, I'm always talking about, standing up, walking in a direction. The one of the things that I like to always tell people is life is like a car. You're going forward. Doesn't matter the direction. It's always forward. People can get in and out of the car. You can let them out, but you keep going forward. And as long as you're moving forward, life will take you exactly where you need to be. It's just constantly going forward. You can let people in and you can let them out, but it's constantly moving forward. And with that forward, that direction, success is at the end. You just have to reach it.
That's it. Because when it comes down to it, if you can make forward progress, whether it's an inch or a mile, you're still making progress. Whenever that vehicle comes to a stop, now it's got to get started again. A rolling start is always better than a standing start.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then what I take a lot of fucking pride in, because I feel that 100%. And I kind of take that myself to the next fucking level is, look, I'm moving at a fast pace. And any of you guys that can move at a fucking fast pace with me, get on, because I'm here. I want people to come with me, but don't think for a fucking minute that if I feel your fucking ass in the back fucking holding down, I'll throw your ass out of here, because this is a movement and we all have to be a part of it. The fucking, the weak link gets left behind.
Yep.
And it's not that I won't try to get you to come with me, but I'm just saying that the bottom line is, when you find like-minded people want to be moving forward, and they want to be more moving forward at a fast pace.
Yep.
So when you find those people and you think, God damn it, I don't think I can move that fast. Yes, you can.
That's it.
Get on that fucking train, because that's where you're going to get where you want to go.
That's exactly it. That's the truth right there. It's just, so many people out there are just scared to reach that momentum, or even have trust issues, which is in that direction. And it's just so crazy, because I'll tell you right now, it just, it's one of those things. It's motivation is easy to throw out there, but it's showing the sincereness to make sure that you understand and you believe it. And that's one of the things that the intensity that you put out there pushes people to really dig deep, think deep into themselves to, I fucking have this. You know what I'm saying? When you repost your videos of everyone else, a lot of people always do imitations of you, but the thing is, it lets it's them showing you that because of you, they're succeeding. You know what I'm saying? They're reaching their goals. And imitation is the best form of flattery, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, just seeing that, you see people's life changing because all they're doing is trusting you and understanding that progress makes success.
Well, it's crazy, brother, because when you're talking about that, I was sitting here kind of remembering back to when I started actually taking the step to put out daily motivation, and keep in mind, we all kind of have, even though you do X, Y, Z, we all look at ourselves and analyze. We all wonder, okay, how do I get better? How this, how that? But at the same time, you also wonder, if I'm trying to motivate people, will they follow? And I had to remind myself that, okay, you're putting out daily motivation and you walk the walk. This is not, you're not just waking up, telling everybody what to do and then go getting on the fucking couch.
Yeah.
I'm up and fucking, I'm up fucking early and I'm kicking ass because I fucking love it.
That's it.
And that's the thing is when you do something and when you say something, you promote something and you actually live it. That's what fucking people want to see.
Yep.
And that's where, honestly, if I had really kind of understood that earlier, I probably would have started my motivational stuff prior, but it was like, I hadn't really come to that place. Remember, I talked about being a fat little boy, and it sounds weird, but goddamn, I'm 49. And I still sometimes look in the mirror and see that little fat boy with the tits.
Let me tell you right now, growing up, when I was 10 years old, I was 5'10". I was huge. I was a huge kid. At 10 years old, I was a huge kid. And so I've always been awkward, always been weird. And it's just like he said, I always think back to those days. But when I was at my heaviest, I was 350 pounds, completely miserable, just working a dead-end job for hours on end. I was working almost 80 hours to 90 hours a week. And then I went through a big ordeal, and I was so miserable. And just like you said, even when I do my motivation, it's me motivating me and just promoting it too, because I want people to understand that I'm going through this struggle. Just like how you said, you still look back, and I still do the same thing. I'm this tall, awkward kid that nobody likes, and that, You know what I'm saying? Then I got to be the 350 pounds, and people used to tell me, "Oh, you look good for that weight." And I'm like, I look at those pictures. I'm like, I don't even look like the person I was then. It's just insane. And I'm like, how dare you tell me that I look great? You know what I'm saying? Someone should have told me. I didn't know. But I'll look back at those days and I'll be like, what the fuck was I doing? And why was I doing that? And I don't want to ever be like that again. So I need to make sure I push myself and keep myself at this moment in my life. It's like, I need to motivate me, but you know what? So while I'm trying to motivate myself, let me fucking throw it out there to the world and see who else fucking needs this.
And you know, and at the same time, you know, when I'm, you know, there, keep in mind, I mean, I'm busting ass and I'm doing my thing, but we all have those fucking moments where I think, you know, fuck, man, maybe I need to fucking sit down. And I think to myself, no, you're not fucking sitting down, because this is what you fucking do. And this is what you preach. Yep. You are what you eat. You know, you are what you breathe. You are what you say. And when you promote the things, the attitudes, the mindsets, it makes it that much fucking easier to fucking walk the line. I tell you, once I started doing my daily stuff, I think it's been, I want to say 3 or 4 years now. Every fucking day I'm cracking out a video, you know, and I would say in that 3 or 4 year period, it's probably been easier to walk the line of all the little details that sometimes can slip away. Yeah. Because, you know, when you're promoting something and you're not doing it yourself, you're a fucking fraud.
Yep. It's the truth though. You see it all the time.
And there's all the time. I mean, of all the things that a person doesn't want to be is a fucking fraud or a liar or dissement. There's certain elements that a man wants to keep intact in his life, you know. And being labeled a fucking fraud would not be one of them, or, you know, dishonest or liar, or, you know, there's certain, you know, that's one thing when people come in contact with me is that people see me and they'll gladly throw a shot. They'll gladly tell me, you know, what they think I am. Yeah. But once someone talks to me, they realize, you know, this is a fucking big, caring, straightforward, positive person that enriches those around him. You know, a lot of the people just stumble across my page. You know, they're just fucking throwing shots about fucking gear and just think I'm some big fucking idiot. Well, if you look a little deeper, you realize this is not just really me promoting myself. This is me promoting a fucking idea, a way of life, you know, a position of thinking, you know, a no excuse lifestyle. Exactly. Know? It's a philosophy. It's a, you know, it's a methodology that, you know, because I mean, what it comes down to, brother, my fucking life, you know, you remember the movie Rain Man? Yeah. Well, dude, my fucking life is on a schedule, and my schedule gets fucking broken too badly. I find myself off in the fucking corner, you know, fucking recite who's on first, you know. I mean, of course it's not that bad, but one of the reasons why I'm so efficient and the way I am is because tomorrow is that just execution. Yeah. Today I plan tomorrow. Yep. And all of the things that I need to take into account, whether it be, you know, timing or, you know, whatever it is, tomorrow's just execution. And my rhythm, one of the reasons I'm able to move at a faster pace than most is because everything is forecasted. Everything is pre-planned. Everything is there. I know how long it takes me to do X, Y, Z. I know how. And so it's just like, I just move these pieces around in my day, and and because I'm so on top of it, I'm able to do what I want to do. And it, like you said in the beginning, it's fucking addicting. Yeah, it's very addicting. You know, once you set a goal, and then it's planning. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has a great idea, but it takes steps to get to that. And those steps are the plans. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to get it done within this amount of time. And then that is what is the catalyst. It's what starts. You know what I'm saying? Because you can take the first step, but sometimes that first step, you'll fall flat on your face because you didn't have a plan. And so sometimes when you fall flat on your face, okay, what do I need to do to reach this? Yeah, you learn from that fucker. You lose a tooth, you learn from it. That's it. That is it. But I mean, think of it, I tell people, look, if you had the ability tonight to plan a day of going to the casino and winning a bunch of hands of poker, would you do it? Well, that's fucking life. Yeah. You get to stack the deck tonight for tomorrow.
Exactly.
You got to memorize some cards, but you can do it.
You can.
And then fucking tomorrow you win.
That's
and you
it.
can do it every fucking day.
That's it.
What the fuck is wrong with this? Why is this idea not more fucking widespread?
You know, it's the truth. It is the truth. You know, it's just, you know, one thing is I always try to teach my kids, because I got 4 kids, and one thing I've always pushed my kids is like, look, think for yourself. Understand I'm going to point you in the direction, teach you what you need to learn. And if you have a question, you ask me and I'll give you a straight answer to it. And when you do that, it creates an individual that will think on their feet and understand what it needs to get done. And a lot of times that's not happening nowadays. And it's so frustrating because I see some people that just kind of follow like sheep. It's like, no, we need to be thinking people. We need to be, you know, not just like-minded, but one alike. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just so crazy because it's just like you said, it's like some people just fall into these patterns and think, oh, woe is me. I have this condition. I'm like, no, I have conditions. I have problems. But the thing is I don't let that stop me. So a lot of times people use these crutches that aren't crutches. They're just they're just slowing you down, and you need to speed them up.
It's basically, we've all got issues.
Yeah.
The question is simple. Are you allowing your issue to slow you down? Because it's a choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Some issues may take more fucking work and more pre-planning to get across than others, but it's a choice.
It is.
Are you allowing something to slow you down? Well, that's a fucking question you got to ask. You're not anybody. Yeah. I mean, that's for me. I fucking analyze my shit all the time. Think, you know what? That fucked me up today. I'm not letting that happen tomorrow.
Yep.
You know, and that's it. I mean, it's one of the things that has been such a huge thing for me with what we're talking about is when I started coaching, because, you know, the first chunk of my career was really just me focused on me. Yeah. You know, especially, you know, when I was, you know, wrestling, you're on the road all the time. There wasn't much of a platform for me to coach, but in bodybuilding, all pro bodybuilders coach. I mean, it's a huge part of the income for a pro bodybuilder. But what I started to realize is, okay, people come to me to get their abs. They come to me to get in shape, and I'll give them that. But the best part for me is when that is nothing more than a positive side effect of a better quality of life, because I'm retraining their way of thinking.
Yeah.
And when their thinking is retrained, and they're not always, you know, sidestepping things, and they're just attacking things, it's life-changing. Now, granted, I use diet and exercise as the vehicle to change people, but they're getting a lot more than just their abs or 400-pound bench press or whatever it is they're after, because those things, like I said, are nothing more than a positive side effect of the things that I'm teaching them, you know, and the things that I'm teaching them go into all the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
You know, I can't tell you how many I've had wives that have reached out to me and said, you know, I was against him signing up with you, but I got to tell you, it was the best thing that happened to us. He does all of his honey-do lists. We have a great sex life. He's full of energy. He's happy. And granted, he's happy for a multitude of reasons, but the bottom line is he came to me to fucking lose his belly, but all this other positive shit happened.
That's it.
And so, yeah. And really what it comes down to it, you know, a training plan, a diet is going to help, but it's one little piece of a big fucking puzzle.
It is.
That every time I do a program, I start it off with a phone call, because that's my chance to plant the seeds.
Yep. That is it. It does.
You give me 30 minutes on the phone with somebody, and I can open their eyes to some new shit, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I do all my stuff with a phone call, because I know that I can make a difference if I have that phone call with somebody.
Exactly. That's one of those things is like, you know, there's always, you know, everything's communicated through text message. The thing is though, you can't get that emotion through a text message most of the time.
Yep.
And, you know, sometimes you get things misconstrued, but the thing is like, just like you said, having that one-on-one conversation, speaking to somebody, they can hear just by hearing your voice and hearing the sincerity in your voice.
Yep.
It changes like you said, changes that brain wave, that lot of process. And it's like, and it puts that motivational seed in them, and bam, they're ready to fucking go.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to it. If you really, because that's another thing, you know, as we start to get older, I'm 49 years old now. Jesus Christ, where did the time go? But you start to think about, okay, you know, what is it when all the fucking dust settles, you know, when my fucking name comes up, what's going to come out of somebody's mouth? Is it going to be, you know, he was a strongman, a wrestler, this or that. He was big. No, what I really want is he had a positive effect on my life.
Yep.
That's what it's. If you boil it all fucking down and away, you want to be remembered as someone who made a difference.
That's it.
You know, and you make a difference. You truly make a difference by walking the walk. But then when you help individuals one by one, you're building the army.
You are, you know, and that's just one of those things that goes with it hand in hand. Is like, you know, it's finding a way to put an impact in this world in such a small way. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to change lives one at a time. And when you change those lives one at a time, when you touch people in that way, just like you said, people are going to remember that. And that's one of the most important things. It's something that a lot of us lose sight on, because everyone's always, I need to make money. I need to be famous. I need to do all these crazy things. I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't help nobody but you. You know what I'm saying? You want to impact the world. Well, guess what? The best way to put that, the impact that world, is to place positivity out there and on people. You know what
Brother,
I mean?
You throw a fucking turd in the universe, you're going to get hit in the face with a turd.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, it's like a big fucking boomerang. It might go, you might throw it, and it might leave for a little while, but when you're not fucking, when you least expect it, fucking pow.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I am such a fucking big believer, you know, in, you know, you push positivity, you receive positivity, you know? And it was, you know, it's you know, if that thought alone was more widespread, you know, because when it comes down to it, I mean, fuck, we all have challenging situations, and we don't like fucking when fucking life nuts. That's when life kicks you in the fucking nuts and you're on your fucking hands and knees trying to fucking breathe. I always remind myself, and obviously I'm speaking facetiously, but you're low. You're at a low vantage point. And I start thinking to myself, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to be fucking seeing down here? Because I'm here for a fucking reason. I don't like the fact that I'm on my hands and knees, that I just got my ass kicked. I know I'm going to get back up, but is there something I'm supposed to see down here that's going to affect my next choice?
Yep.
Because the worst of situations are there for a reason.
That's
you know,
it.
We all know that the fucking hard shit, you know, builds character. The hard shit makes you stronger. But I think sometimes what's missed is when you get your ass kicked, you're supposed to not only grow from it, but a lot of times it was put there to help you see something you wouldn't have seen if you were standing tall.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, when you're not get used to knocked on your ass, and you do get knocked on your ass, sometimes it's hard to remind yourself that. But hey, if you're in that phase where you get knocked on your ass a lot, we've all been there. Fucking pay attention. There's something down there you're supposed to be recognizing.
That's it. That's it. You know, it's learning. You know what I'm saying? It's building that foundation. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, but the thing is, the mistakes were made and mistakes were learned, and that's how a lot of people need to do this in life. Because you know, it's just one of the trends that I always see with people is they fail but don't learn from the failure. And it's like, no, see what happened. Why did it happen? Analyze it. And once you analyze it, that's a mistake I'll never make again.
That's it. You know, in a you know, when it comes down to it, mistake, whatever the fuck went wrong, maybe you just flat out chose to make a fucking bad choice. We've all fucking done it. Jesus Christ. We've all fucked up.
Yeah.
We've all done, like, purposely made a choice that was wrong. It's, I mean, fuck. Okay.
It happens. It happens.
That's it.
You know, but we learn from them.
Shits. Yeah. Own your shits. Fucking take accountability for what the fucking problem you made. Get the fuck up and start moving forward, because the bottom line is that's going to help. Sitting around and fucking wallowing in your own fucking stink is not helping anything.
It's not. It's getting the fuck back up, realizing why you need to get the fuck back up, and understanding you need to stay the fuck up. And it's just so, like I said, I've done it. I've gone through all my shit, and it's put me into a situation where I'm actually living very comfortably in my life. It's just so crazy because, like I said, I sowed all these seeds to be successful, but the thing is I never saw it. I just kind of just went with the flow, allowed things in my life to happen. And once I put this attitude on myself and thought process, I don't take no shit. I handle my business. I take care of everything right there and then. And I'm very straightforward. By being straightforward, it makes people uncomfortable and it keeps those away from you that you don't need. Because some people like to beat around the bush, and that's not me.
I mean, the bottom line is that me, anybody that's direct, anybody that's fucking not making excuses, we're a flavor. You know, and some people don't like that flavor, and that's okay. You can not like my flavor, and you can call me all sorts of bad names. Just do it a little bit to the left because I'm coming through, and I don't want to knock you down. But if you're standing there cussing at me, I probably will. So just do us both a favor and just take a good step to the left.
You know what I'm saying? Get out of my way.
That's it. You know, it's not personal. It's just I'm coming through, and you're bitching. You know, and although if you were not bitching, I probably feel bad for knocking you down, but the bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. If someone is fucking trying and they're fucking giving it up, I don't give a shit if they're fucking failing, but they're trying. I'm going to fucking help them. If someone is busting their ass and they bust their ass to the point where I realize this guy's not going to fucking stop, I will stop what I'm doing just to fucking help them be successful because we need more of that.
We need a lot more of that.
I mean, people say to me all the time, well, they'll get a little chance to train me. Training is very, it's like my time. I train by myself. I don't want anybody to train with me. But if I do have someone that fucking catches a ride in to say, look, I don't give a shit how much you lift. Just fucking give it up. Yeah. If I feel that you're giving the same effort I am, I'm inspired. If I feel like you're laying up, I'm going to leave you behind, man, because it doesn't matter how big, how good, how successful you are. It matters one fucking simple concept. How fucking hard have you committed to what you're doing? If you've committed all the way and the people around you can see it, nobody's going to question what you're doing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because just that mentorship, that understanding of like, this is progress, don't interfere with it. It's so eye-opening once you see it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You learn that look, this is the direction. This is how life works, and success just brings more success. And as long as you're keeping towards that successful path, things will change, things will get better, things will accomplish. Your life will change in the way it needs to, and that's what I love that you do. You know what I'm saying? It's not very many people out there doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there trying to motivate people. There's a lot of people that are telling this, but the thing is you're in your face about it. And because a lot of people respond to that. And when they respond to that, it's life changing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a reason why I watch all your IG videos and your IG, because I'm mostly on Instagram. So, you know what I'm saying? When you post your stories, I'm watching, I'm like, exactly what I needed to hear today.
Well, another thing too, kind of a second layer of that, and this is on topic, but it's something that we really touched with is, so you see society has this idea about a big fucking strong guy that's in your face and blah, blah, blah. And unfortunately, the majority of the fucking big, gnarly, strong, kick-ass dudes have not balanced that with the success in terms of being financially free. And so a lot of times when you see, guys that are, say doing what I'm doing and they're living in a little fucking cockroach apartment, it takes away all their credibility. Yeah. Because you can have status in many ways. You can have status in the size of your muscles. You can have status, in how hard you work. You can have status in your financial freedom. Yeah. And so one of the things that I really, really, and I try not to flaunt, but I want people to understand that I'm not a fucking smart guy. I mean, fuck. When I was going to college, I took the SAT And I got like fucking 450. And like, you must have done something wrong. Take it again. When they grade, I got the fucking same score twice. I mean, 450 on an SAT is like people could fucking just make shapes with the fucking Scantron and we get better. But anyway, point of being is that I wasn't some fucking over the top smart guy, but I fucking worked my ass off. And yes, I am that at a glance, the big dumb motherfucker. But the big dumb motherfucker also has done very well for himself with the financial sides and the parts of life that society thinks that most big guys are missing. So what I really want people to understand is that hard work. That's why I say you work hard. That goes to the gym. It goes to your job. It goes to your parenting. It goes everywhere. Yep. And you can be this big fucking yoked dude with all the things that society says don't match up with it. But you got to be willing to work just as hard in the other parts of your life as you are in the gym. I mean, fuck, man, I'm in my house in fucking Mexico. And when we were connected to do the date on this podcast, I was in transit from one house to the next. And it's because I fucking work my ass off, you know, and I want people to understand out there. If you've got that hard work in the gym, you got that part nailed, just take that fucking focus, point it over at something else. You got that work ethic will attach itself to anything. And now you can fucking achieve anything. Your life can be exactly what the fuck you want it to be, in the gym, out of the gym, you know? And so that's one of the things that I really, really want to help, you know, being motivating, but at the same time, helping people realize that, you know, that society's ideas of what are and are not, society makes rules. You know, you break the fucking rules all you want. Don't break the laws. You go to the can.
Exactly.
but when it comes down to it, fuck, man, if you've got that work ethic, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And for all you guys that are out there busting your ass in the gym and giving it up in the gym, you fucking got it. All you got to do is apply it to other parts of your life. You know?
That's it.
Because the root of the whole thing is when you realize that hard work, you're privileged to have that work ethic instilled in you that you've developed. You had to earn that. That's all you need. Go fucking get it. Life is your fucking world, is your playground, you know?
That's what I'm talking about. And with that, Jon, I want to thank you for coming on here. I want to the words that you speak on this podcast are just so inspiring, and I hope they reach a lot of people because you are the essence of what I'd love to project out there in this world. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just, like I said, it's just honor. You know, I'm a little starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people love movie stars. I was like, no, I love bodybuilders and I love strongmen and I love wrestling. So, and you're a combination of all three. So it's, you know, it's just, you know, as hard as I'm trying to focus, you know, I just want you to understand that I appreciate you coming on my show, speaking the words that you've spoken.
Brother. And absolutely.
Is there anything you'd like to promote before?
Yeah, you know what I would like to promote is the fact that I'm one of these guys. If you come to my DM and you send me a message, I will fucking answer you. You know, I mean, I reached out to you in there, you know, because I appreciate people that support me. So I want everybody that's listening to this to realize, you know, you want to touch base with me, you want to ask me a question, or you want to shoot the shit, or you want some positive influence, fucking jump in my DM. Hey, what's going down? All you got to do is say hi to me. I'm coming right back with something positive, whether you like it or not.
And that's the real right there.
You know, and that's the bottom line. So what I want to promote is if you need a nice little slap in the face with positivity, and I mean that in a nice way, fucking come in my DM and just say hi.
You heard it from him. And I'll put all his links and information in the notes in the bottom. So you guys make sure you go check it out. Like, share, subscribe, follow him. I'll put his IG and everything in the notes so you can just click it and ready to go. All right. And so thank you for having me on, having you on, you being on my show. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. You got it, my brother.
That's it. And so guess what? I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Never die. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living.